Okay, so we're going to discuss here the physical examination of your urine. So the physical examination of the urine, also called here as your macroscopic examination, this includes the examination of the different parameters, observation the color, we have also here the clarity, and we have also here the specific gravity, and we have also here your odor. This physical examination or the macroscopic examination provides you with the preliminary data as to the specimen, the quality of the specimen of the patient, but it's not always conclusive. Like if you receive specimen na dark yellow, so do not jump to conclusion that one is already na the patient would have here urinary tract infections. Or if the specimen is cloudy or turbid, it doesn't mean always na the patient would have here a urinary tract infections. All that provides you with the preliminary information about that one, but then again, it's not always a conclusive na, na that one would already have the abnormality. So we start here with your colors. The color here is primarily affected here by the different factors. The first one, we have here your ingested materials. We have also here your physical activity. We have also here your metabolic functions, or even medications and some pathologic conditions, or even your body state of hydration. It also affects the color of your urine sample. The normal urine color could range here from colorless to your light yellow to your dark yellow. The main responsible here for the yellow color of the urine will be the pigment urochrome. Urochrome is produced by our body constant rate. It's being cleared by our body as well. So the concentration or the amount of your urochrome here that would eventually be the one responsible here for the type of the yellow color. The more urochrome you have in your body, so we are expecting that one to have a dark yellow na urine. But then again, it's also affected here by the body state of hydration. Like, inom mo ng water, eventually ihi ka ng ihi, you are expecting to have here less magiging light yellow ang urine natin. We have here conditions, situations wherein you have here high level of the urochrome, or you were able to encounter here dark yellow color of the urine. So dark yellow might signifies a concentrated na urine. At the same time, also related to the following, we have that thyroid, thyroid problem, we have also the fasting specimen. So that's why the first morning you always have the dark yellow because of that na hindi kasi na wash off ang ating urochrome kasi nakakatulog natutulog tayo. Then we have also here fever, and we have also here allowing the specimen to sit for a longer period of time would darkens your specimen. Okay, then we have here other pigments responsible here for imparting color to the urine. So aside from your urochrome, responsible for the yellow color, we have also here uroerythrin. Uroerythrin is the pigment, is a pink pigment. It's the pigment that binds with your urates to form here the amorphous urates. And again, amorphous urate precipitated here once the specimen has been refrigerated, imparting a pink color of the precipitate. Another one, urobilin, is an oxidation product of your urobilinogen, imparting here an orange, yellow-orange, or orange-brown color of the specimen, signifying that one is an old specimen. Old specimen kasi na-convert na ang ating urobilinogen to your urobilin. Kaya, it's an old specimen. Okay, now we go to your abnormal color of the urine. So, again, dark yellow na urine could impart here or could signify a normal urine if that one is just a concentrated na urine. But however here, dark yellow urine could also impart a pathological condition. Like for example, we have this. The presence of high concentration of your bilirubin could also impart a dark yellow na urine color. How would we know that the responsible for the dark yellow here, bilirubin? Number one, you need to test your urine with a chemical test for the test spot or the reagent strip for your bilirubin. So, i-dip mo siya. Pag nag-positive nyon, mean to say may bilirubin. Another one, you could perform here the foam test. foam test here is being done by shaking your urine. Shake mo lang siya. And try to observe here for the color of the foam. So if the color of the foam here is yellow, then that would signify also the bilirubin. Because the usual color of the foam here is white because of the protein. But then again, we will only confirm here that the yellow color here, dark yellow color is due to your bilirubin if that one will give a positive test result here with a chemical test for your bilirubin. What's the problem with the bilirubin? Bilirubin is the breakdown products being produced here. It's coming from the red cells. It's being processed in your liver. And high concentration bilirubin signifies a liver problem. So medyo pathologic itong liver problem because of course we are considering here that the liver problem may be because of the infectious hepatitis. So it's very infectious itong specimen, so you need to be to harm to handle this one with extreme precautions. Then we have also here other pigment. Again, urobilinogen to your urobilin will impart a yellow orange color of the urine, and the breakdown product of your your bilirubin to your biliverdin would impart here a yellow-green na color ng urine. Then we have also here dark yellow. Dark yellow because of your medication in the form of your phenazopyridine or azocantricin. So this would also impart here a yellow, dark yellow na foam when you try to shake the urine. Only that this one is negative for chemical test for bilirubin. I mean to say it's not bilirubin, but rather your medication. So pag medication, so ang dark yellow natin, so hindi siya ganun ka-infectious. Okay, the problem with the very dark yellow na urine, it try to obscure with your macroscopic identification. So hindi natin malalaman. So sobrang thick ng pigment nito. So it could obscure with observation of the color and even the interpretation of your reagent strip. So reagent strip would, di ba, it's a color chart lang, may changes ng color. That would how you're going to interpret your result with your reagent strip. So, ang problem niyan ay pag dark yellow ang urine natin, hindi natin alam kung ano ba talaga ang actual na changes in the color with your reaction in your test spots for your reagent strip. Okay, the next one we have here red, pink, or brown color of the urine. So, if you receive a specimen that's red, pink, or brown na color, the first thing you're going to do here is to perform the chemical test for the blood. So, red siya. So, ang automatic na parang sa isip natin is, okay, may blood na present. But of course, it will not always be related to your blood. That's why you need to test if that one is the red color here, the pink color, the brown color here is related to the presence of the blood by testing that one with your chemical test for the blood. So, may reagent strip tayo na ang test pad niya is testing for the blood. So, i-dip mo lang siya. Pag nag-positive siya, so it would signifies that what is present in your urine sample here would be the blood. If the chemical test for the blood is positive, so you are suspecting for the presence of the following conditions. So, pink color here, it characterized here by the presence small concentration of the blood. So, pag mga dark red na siya, so you have your high concentration of the blood present on that. Brown color may be also because of the presence of the blood, where you could have that one because of the conversion of your hemoglobin to your methemoglobin. Fresh na brown may be associated here with the glomerular bleeding, pero blood pa din ito. So we have here the three conditions that would have here the presence of the bloody red na specimen. The first one, we have your hematuria. Hematuria here characterized by cloudy red specimen because of the presence of an intact red cell. Hemoglobinuria and your myoglobinuria will be characterized by the presence of clear red. Hindi sila cloudy but clear red. Hemoglobinuria characterized by the presence of your lyse, RBC, whereas your myoglobinuria will be the presence of your high myoglobin or your muscle proteins. Paano natin malalaman na yan is hemoglobinuria and not your myoglobinuria since both of them would have your clear red na urine specimen? So what you're going to do here is to extract blood from the patient and then try to centrifuge the blood. So, after centrifugation, kung red pa din siya, ang plasma niya after centrifugation, then that's your hemoglobinuria because, of course, again, that's related to your red cell destruction. If after centrifugation, the blood, the plasma of the patient, clear siya, hindi siya red throughout, then that's your myoglobinuria. Then we have also your conditions resulting to the presence of your red urine having a port wine. The color here that's related to condition, you call this one as your porphyria. Okay, then we have your non-pathologic conditions that will be related here to the presence of your red na urine. And again, this would have your negative for the chemical test for the blood, but they are red in color na urine. The first one, it may be because of your menstruation, although that one is RBC pa din siya because, but then again, it's non-pathologic. Okay, this one still give a positive result sa blood natin, but it's non-pathologic because normal naman ang menstruation, di ba? However, here, ingestion of your pigmented food or even pigmented food na red like your watermelon, so expect here that the color of the urine will be also red. Or medications, we have your rifampin that is for the tuberculosis. And then we have also here your phenazothiazine or even I think your vitamin C, ascorbic acid, will also have that, diba? Dark yellow. Ay, dark yellow ba or red? Ay, dark yellow pala siya. Okay, then we have also here genetically susceptible individual. So, pag sinabing genetically susceptible here, so automatic na yan if, like for example, if that patient is genetically susceptible here, you try to ingest fresh beets, pag alkaline ng urine niya, automatic magiging red ang color ng urine niya. Another one, for some which are genetically susceptible, we try to eat here black raspberries in an acidic urine, it will give a red color of the urine pa din. But only this one for those which are genetically susceptible. So, kung ikaw hindi ka genetically susceptible, even if you eat this one, hindi ka magkakaroon ng reddening or redness na color ng urine. Okay, then we have also here the brown or black color of the urine. So again, for the brown-black color here, so you need to test for the chemical test for the blood. If the urine here is negative for the chemical test for the blood, mean to say it's not because of the presence of the blood. Just like kanina sa ating meth hemoglobin, di ba, nagiging brown ang color natin. Pero pag negative siya for the chemical test for the blood, that brown or black color of the urine may be related to the following conditions. There are two. One is your alkaptonuria, characterized here by increased homogenesic acid, and that one would have your deficiency of the enzyme homogenesic acid oxidase. Alkaptonuria, from the words of alkaptonuria, that means here alkali lover, so this one would have darkening or turning of the urine to brown color here in alkali or alkaline pH. The turning of the urine to become brown here occurs only after the urine has been exposed to the air and an alkaline pH, meaning to say, hindi siya freshly voided na urine. Melanoria is another one which try to produce here brown-black na color ng urine. And this is characterized by increased melanin level. And the patient would have here, in condition, cancer of the skin, that's your malignant melanoma. Melanoria would have here the darkening of the urine or urine become brown or black in a freshly voided na urine. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Pag may melanoria, pag-ihi pa lang ng patient natin, brown or black na siya agad. Alkaptonuria, pag-ihi ng patient, yellow pa siya. After several times, after exposure to the air, in an alkaline pH, doon pa lang siya magiging brown or black in color. Then we have also your medications which are responsible here for the black or brown na color. We have your levodopa, your flagyl is your metronidazole for your parasitic infection. Also produces a brown or black na urine. Okay, then we have also here blue or green na color ng urine or even purple na color ng urine. Blue-green na color here of the urine may be related to your Pseudomonas aeruginosa infection or even in a condition you call as your indicanuria. Indicanuria would always a blue na color ng urine because of the excretion of your high level of your indican na upon exposure to the air, magiging indigo blue na color. Kaya blue color ito. Non-pathologic condition related to your blue na color, we have your methylene blue. Methylene blue, kinain mo yung methylene blue. Okay, we have also chlorides, would also have a green na color ng urine. Sometimes, you could also encounter urine, especially for those who's been infected by the Klebsiella infection or even the Providencia produces here purple na color ng urine. Okay, then we have here the proper way of the observation of the color and the clarity. So, for this one, you need to transfer your specimen in the test tube, but you need to mix first your specimen to ensure here that all the sediments were able to mix up with your entire urine sample. Then for your color, all you need to do is just, okay, with your test tube, you just look down, pa ganun lang. Look down, pa ganun. Hindi pa ganun ang reading, but you try to look down under a good light source for the observation of your color. How about for your clarity? The clarity here is being observed by ganun. Against your eye level, tapos ang background mo dapat ay printed na may prints, dapat that one, like newspaper prints, dapat that one also a white na background na may prints. So we have here the reporting of the clarity. So we have that one, clear. Okay, so pag clear, transparent, walang visible particulates. You report that one as hazy if you're able to find here small particulate matter and be able to read the prints as your background in your newspaper prints. Third one, we have a cloudy characterized by the presence of large particulate matter and that one would have here nagiging blurred na ang print natin. Turbid on the other hand, you could no longer able to read the print in your newspaper. And your report here will be milky if you have your large coagulum, may mga buo-buo na sobrang laki or clotted na specimen. Okay, then we have here causes of your turbidity. So again, not all turbid na specimen will always have a pathologic na specimen. So we have here the non-pathologic causes turbidity. So the presence of your squamous epithelial cell. Again, the squamous epithelial cells here are usually found on the external area of your genitalia. So, high concentration of your squamous epithelial cells would signify na hindi naghugas ang patient with his genitals prior to the urine collection. Another one, you could also non-pathologic cause turbidity here, increased bacterial multiplication because the specimen is unpreserved. So, hindi yan pathologic kasi naman, di ba dumami lang bacteria kasi hindi mo siya na-preserve. It's not a reflection of the bacteria on the urinary bladder of the patient. Kaya hindi natin ma-correlate yan na related to your urinary tract infection. The third one, you could also have here increased turbidity related to your refrigerated specimen because of the precipitation of your amorphous substance, amorphous urate producing a pink na sediment, and we have also here your amorphous phosphate that would have here a white na precipitate. Another causes of non-pathologic turbidity will be related to contamination of your urine with your fecal sample, talcum powder, or even seminal fluid or even vaginal fluids or secretions or even vaginal creams. Then we have here pathologic causes of the turbidity. So these are correlated here with the infection. The first one, we have here your transitional epithelial tissue and the renal tubular epithelial tissue. So, ang only na epithelial tissues natin which is not considered to be pathologic here would be your squamous. The two other, transitional, and your RTE, renal tubular epithelial tissues are correlated with the pathologic conditions. Other one, we have here your increased WBC, so that would signify na may pus cells. This would signify here that you have an infection. Or increased bacteria, and the specimen is freshly voided na specimen. Okay, the specimen bacteria here in the freshly voided specimen would signify the patient would have a urinary tract infections. Another one, you could also have here abnormal crystals or even abnormal casts or some other casts here would signify some pathologic conditions.